How are we doing there, soldiers, and welcome to the Galactic Federation. You're on board the Druid ship Earth 1, and we're languidly rotating and spinning throughout space, keeping an eye on that beautiful blue planet, planet Earth. And today is the 18th day of March 2008, and very shortly we'll be crossing to Danny Boy, who will be investigating on our carrier bat, Caucasian freedom fighter, and he'll be looking at the United States of America and their military arsenal, and the advent of the arms trade on the planet Earth, and how we need to neutralise this arms trade and redivert our economic investments and our time and our resources into the bigger agenda on the planet Earth, and that is climatic variation and human health. And so for this day we'll be crossing to Danny, and over there at the Carrier Bat Freedom Fighter. We hope you guys are well and smiling. Make sure you access millicom.com for some news and information on the climatic variation today, and see what you can do in your neck of the woods. So over to you, Danny, there for the Freedom Fighter investigation. Go hard, Danny.
Freedom Fighter investigation, go ahead.
Compliance. Prime Tactical Defense Carrier Bat Shuttle. Freedom Fighter. This Strategic Defense Initiative shuttle is capable of supreme navigational control.
Galactic Federation Carrier Bat Freedom Fighter. Investigation, U.S. military expenditure. Power plays. The year 2000 began with over 30,000 nuclear weapons stockpiled around the world. The Center for Defense Information in Washington, D.C. reports the United States has about 6,500 strategic nuclear warheads and Russia 7,000. About 3,000 Russian and 2,500 US warheads are on hair trigger alert, ready to fire in a few minutes' notice. World military expenditure in 2006 is estimated to have reached $1,204 billion in current dollars. The United States spends on its military 5.8 times more than China, 10.2 times more than Russia, and 98.6 times more than Iran. The US military expenditure now accounts for almost half of the world total. Within this budget, the Pentagon fields a military force without rival in the world. It sustains over 1.4 million men and women in active duty, plus another 870,000 in the reserves. Standing forces include 10 active Army divisions, 3 Marine divisions, 13 active and 7 reserve Air Force fighter wings, and 12 aircraft carrier battle groups, 11 active, plus around 7,200 deployed nuclear warheads capable of being launched from the ground affixed to MX and Minuteman missiles, by sea from Trident submarines, and by air from B-52 and B-2 bombers. The Pentagon has basically completed its post-Cold War drawdown and, with minor reductions, plans to sustain this force structure indefinitely. The Pentagon budget also includes over 770,000 civilian employees, almost 40% of the total executive branch civilian personnel. U.S. military bases worldwide, 2001 to 2003. In this period, the United States has over 730 military installations and bases in over 50 countries. Pentagon cover-up, 15,000 or more US casualties in Iraq War. Active and retired military personnel, mostly young veterans between the ages of 20 to 24, are returning from combat and killing themselves in record numbers. The UN's entire budget is just a tiny fraction of the world's military expenditure, approximately 2%. The United Nations and all its agencies and funds spends about $20 billion each year, or about $3 for each of the world's inhabitants. As of November 30, 2007, members' arrears to the regular budget topped $735 million, of which the United States alone owed $688 million, 94% of the regular budget arrears. Fixing the Planet, long-running research project What the World Wants, used databases of world resources and crisis information to calculate the costs of solving global problems. It found the total cost of tackling all the big problems equal to 30% of the world's total annual military expenditures, $780 billion. Here are some of the annual costs for putting things right. End homelessness, $21 billion, equivalent to the amount spent by the U.S. on golf every 16 months. Eliminate starvation, $19 billion, 55% of what the US spends on weight loss per year. Providing birth control, $10.5 billion, 1.3% of the world's annual military expenditure. Dwight Eisenhower had it right when he noted that every gun that is made, every warship launched, every rocket fired signifies a theft from those who hunger and are not fed, those who are cold and are not clothed. This is not a way of life at all. It is humanity hanging from a cross of iron.
Signal out.
How are we doing there, Danny? And welcome everyone. It is the 18th day of March 2008, and I'm just checking out some interesting information from a great book here at Mount Martha down by the water in Victoria. This one here, it's called The Big Earth Book, and some good information here, Danny. On one of the chapters it talks about the arms trade, and today's topic obviously being the United States of America and their involvement in world arms trade. It says here that the UN Security Council was established in 1946 to preserve peace. 90% of arms bought by poor countries, however, come from 4 permanent members of this same council: the US, Britain, Russia and France. Along with Germany, Britain is the largest per capita exporter of military equipment. The US is the largest total exporter. And it goes on to further say the annual military expenditure, this is for the period 2005, the United States was $522 billion, nearly half $1 trillion there. Followed quite some distance away is $79 billion by the United Kingdom, China $70 billion, Germany $57 billion, and France $45 billion, and it goes on. Every day, the amount we spend on war around the world, we could probably build the equivalent of 9 universities and 9 Los Angeles scale hospitals. So there's no great in-depth thinking required to work out which one would be better. Danny, I hope you're well. We're going to say join Joey and Roger here at the moment. We're fixing up the dome and looking like a bit of climate change here as we speak. Some storm weather approaching the beautiful east coast of Australia. So anyway, I hope you guys are well. In terms of war, the real war on the planet is establishing peace, and that is the challenge. It's worth sweating your butt off to attain peace than to live completely in vigilance. Danny, I hope you're well. Hope you guys are all smiling, and we'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, no worries, Tommy. Isn't it just amazing what the world will do in the name of capitalism? Well, if you're out there and you've got a son or a daughter or children, think about their life in the future. How about you do some of your own investigation? Because we can't do all the work, and neither can just other people. You've got to take responsibility for your children, wherever you are. These administrations and these government bodies are directly affecting the survival opportunity of your children. Have a think about it. Tomorrow, Tommy's going to investigate Jupiter. Looking forward to it. See ya.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.